Alright, boys and girls, today we're going to be working on long division. Now, one of the first things that we need to do when we're working on long division is come up with the steps to long division. We came up with a little saying that's going to help us remember the steps, and that is, does McDonald's sell cheeseburgers daily? And what those stand for: divide, multiply, subtract, check, bring down, and do over or do again. When you get down to this step, all you're going to do is come back up and do the division part again. Now, when we get to this division part, we have to ask ourselves a question, and that is, how many times does this number go into that number? And it'll make sense once we start with the actual division, okay? So we're going to start with a division problem. We'll go to 195 divided by 5. Alright, we're going to go step by step here, okay? So the first thing that we do is we start with our division. How many times does 5 go into 1? Well, 5 does not go into 1. So we're going to put a 0 right there, and we're going to go ahead and go to the 19. We're going to use both of those numbers now. How many times does 5 go into 19? Well, that's a total of 3 times. So we just did the division part. The next step is to multiply. What we're going to do is we're going to put a multiplication symbol on the corner of that division house. So that way we remind ourselves that we need to multiply the outside. 5 times 3 is 15. The next step is to subtract. And again, you can see here that if you follow the steps, it goes in order. So we're going to subtract. 9 minus 5 is 4. 1 minus 1 is 0. So we're going to check, is 4 less than our divisor? Yes, it is. Now, if we check and the number that we just subtracted is greater than our divisor, then we did something wrong and we have to check it out. We have to fix the mistake. The next step after we check is bring down. Is there another number to bring down over here on the side? Yes, there is. So we're going to bring down that 5. And then we come back to the do-over part. We ask ourselves, how many times does 5 go into 45? 5 goes into 45 9 times. So we come to the multiplication. 5 times 9 is 45. We subtract, and we have nothing left over. So our answer is 39. Let's go and do another example. Okay, we'll go with 185. And go on the side right here. This is going to be example 2. 185 divided by 9. Now, we ask ourselves, come back over here, how many times does 9 go into 18? 9 goes into 18 twice. 9 times 2. Oh, well, I'm sorry, I skipped a step. How many times does 9 go into 1? That would be a 0. Okay, then how many times would 9 go into 18? 9 times 2, which is twice. 9 times 2 is 18. 18. So 8 minus 8 is 0. 1 minus 1 is 0. Now we come to the next step. Okay, is there anything do we have to check? Is there anything down here where it's greater than 9? No, 0 is less than 9. So we come to the next step, bring down. We're going to bring down to 5. We ask ourselves, how many times does 9 go into 5? 9 does not go into 5. So that has to become a 0. 9 times 0 is 0. We subtract. That 5 is left over. We check. 5 is less than 9, yes. Is there another number to bring down? No. So this right here is my remainder. I'm sorry, that should be a 5. So my answer is 20, remainder 5. Alright, let's do one more. We'll go with 193. Be example 3. 193 divided by 3. Alright, so let's follow all these steps again. First thing we do is we look at it. How many times, see this question, we're doing the D. How many times does 3 go into 1? 3 does not go into 1. It's unable to, so we put a 0 there. We go to the next number. How many times does 3 go into 19? Well, 3 goes into 19 6 times. We go to the next step, multiply. 3 times 6 is 18. Next step is to subtract. So 9 minus 8 is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. We come over here, we check. Is 1 less than 3? Yes. The next step is to bring down. Do I have another number to bring down? Yes. So I go ahead and bring down that 3. Now I come back to D, do over. How many times does 3 go into 13? That is 4 times. 3 times 4 is 12. That was a multiplication. Now I need to subtract. 3 minus 2 is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. I come and I check. Is 1 less than 3? Less than my divisor? Yes, it is. So that's going to be my remainder of 1, because I have no other number to bring down. There's my answer right there. Alright, so here are just a couple of steps, a couple of problems that we did to go through long division. If you do have any questions, just let me know, and I can work with the students or work with you guys whenever y'all come back to class, okay? Long division, again, does McDonald's sell cheeseburgers daily? If you can remember that, you can remember the steps to long division and help you along the way. Alright, thanks.